The 763rd Bitter Litany, Chapter the Last, In Memoriam Undying. As we approach the conclusion of this volume, we shall take an opportunity to reflect on the period herein covered. Short as it may be, this last half-decade has been rather exciting, has it not? There have been parties and meetings. The Sangark in absentia has condemned the High House and had one hand in discussions of perpetuality, and the other in many other hands. Dr. Gawain Kieranthal has made some monsters. Marquis Bahamut Imperialis made some deals and some mistakes. The Archduchess-in-waiting Renadia Zana Kostifich has made official declaration of her friendly affiliation with Inquisitor Lorelei Aspetus, but has not made the time to see her sister. Primsole has been ignored, discussed, and then ignored again, and then everyone headed to a nowhere town for reasons unknown to any but themselves and the readers of previous chapters of the 763rd Bitter Litany. What was done or said within the barracks in Utra, one suspects can only be known by those who were there, though Terra Sargeras is the only one spotted returning to the city. Is so humble a place where our next litany begins? Perhaps, dear reader, but perhaps it has already begun. Perhaps tomorrow was created yesterday, and to ignore history is to ignore the wolf at your door. I do not write all that I know, dear reader, though perhaps I know how I might begin what I write next.
Basically, Lorelei's plan is to take the most roundabout route back, but I would like to use my last secret token, because I had 3 of them, to wear a face that is not my own.
Very clever. Yeah, you should definitely do that.
Yeah, and I want it to, hold up for days. Basically, I'm pretending to be literally anyone else.
Got it, yeah. Tell me the move and let's throw it.
Tell history what disguise you wear and choose one to describe it. You can spend extra secret tokens to make additional choices.
But you've just got the 1 token, so...
Yeah, so it will hold up in good lighting and over hours or days. On any hit, your disguise opens doors and loosens lips that would be closed to you. On 7 to 9, it draws unwanted attention. So basically,
let's see it.
I'm just turning into just generic woman with child, and that's an 11.
All right. You are going to be able to pass relatively safely and at least be able to get access to the Citadel. This will last, I'll say it'll last about a week. You can stay undercover in this state.
Yeah, and also, she's not going to be approaching the Citadel. She isn't going to be going anywhere near until she hears confirmation that Anatel is returned and is, the Sangark and Absentius is there.
Okay. Very good.
She's just hiding in plain sight. And if there's any sign that something else is up, her plan is just disappear. Just disappear, take the boy, go west maybe, I don't know. She's working on it.
Yeah.
While also getting the hang of newborn.
Yeah, that's not fun. Now we transition...
It's a lot, but she's done quite a bit of research, as she does with pretty much everything.
So a lot has just happened. I want to move on to another scene. I also really, really want to acknowledge that Lex has been sitting for 2 hours, and I want to see if there's a way to work you into something. I'm so sorry.
I'm great.
Yeah? Okay.
I will say, I don't know if Kanasti's dead, but we have established that they can send messages across distances. I mean, I don't feel like, given that we gave up the ghost to this guy, I don't feel like it's that out of realms that Kanasti would know who would be most invested in the knowledge that they betrayed Anatel.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, and also it probably wouldn't take Wayne long to realize, where did my wife go?
Where's my wife? Thank you for that observation. That works for me. Before we actually get you into a scene, Gawain, I want you to... so basically what you get... I think about 3 days has passed since the actual arena. And you get a very clear vision from a very powerful vampire whom you have never met. And all it is a crossroads, the identity of a town and the image of that douchebag Terrasar Garrus pressing a green ring to that person's forehead, and you can just tell that it is a plea for you to help.
I think if I didn't recognize anybody in the vision, I would have ignored it. It would have been, this is so much not my problem. But
Fair enough. Have a good day.
But hey, mysterious message, always like a % chance it's Anatel sending a message for some reason. Also, I recognize the guy who like I have a deal with, so I'll try and find some excuse to try and find where that crossroads is.
I guess the best thing I can say is that because of the nature of the vision, you know sort of implicitly where the crossroads is, as if you have been there before.
Okay. I'll hop on my Drake, tell my boss I'm taking the day, which is probably not heard of from me.
Right. Taking a personal day
Yeah, you have the last century of like,
of accrued
Personal days.
PTO.
Looks at the HR file. You've actually given back PTO. Like we've tried to make you. We were like, you have to use this PTO or it expires. And you're like, okay, it'll just expire.
Like, I'm the reason there's maternity leave in House Karenthal, not because I established maternity leave. I just went, I don't need it, take this shit.
I was about to make the joke of, you have over a century of PTO, you could take the whole weekend.
I could, yeah. I won't. I'm like, I'm going for lunch. You haven't eaten it.
Yeah.
You've had creatures bringing you bread every day. Like,
Aren't you partially photosynthetic? Is that still like, you know...
Or was that like 2 centuries ago? I can't get track.
Yeah.
Well, then he's gonna go take in the sun.
Yeah.
2.5 days later, you arrive at the crossroads on Drakeback, and you see the aftermath of the scene still in place. Canastia on her face, and Anatel laying on his back in a sort of a semi-conscious state. Both of them have been defeated, apparently.
Man, I don't know who that other person is, but Anatel.
Are you leaving Canastia there?
I don't know who that is.
Renatia did go towards her sister when she felt the
Oh, Renatia's on the way too?
pain.
And Bahamut is headed towards Renatia? Oh, yeah.
Oopsie doopsie.
Go!
Well, Lorelai's just God knows where.
All right.
God doesn't
Real
know.
answer. If I find Anatel wounded, my first thought, because of what I am as a person, not who I am, what I am, I go, okay, are there any usable materials around to save Anatel?
Hey, look, there's another person.
Hey, look, a breathing thing, a creature, bits. So, I might be on the fly upgrading Anatel so they don't die. I keep it hidden because the only reason I haven't done it already is to keep Anatel like presentable.
Right. So are you like checking Canastia to see if that works, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's any donatable bits.
So you roll Canastia over, and her eyes snap open, and she scutters back in fear, and then you feel like your perspective warp and tunnel sort of away from her, as if you were under a powerful magic. I guess I would describe it as an anti-thrall. She is literally compelling you to not look at her. And anytime you orient your vision towards her, it distorts so badly that you get horrible vertigo.
How dire's Anatel?
Anatel's alive. Well, Anatel is not dead. He's undead.
Do I have time to get Anatel to someone else? Or is this like, I need to operate?
Anatel has been laying on his back for about 2.5 days in sort of a fugue state, in sort of a mental fugue state. I don't know how long he will be in this condition, but you don't think it's fatal. It's almost like a waking coma.
I was gonna say, this doesn't feel like it's like a physical death. This is like, I'm not gonna be doing any scheming.
At least not for a while. Like, I'm sure
Yeah.
you would recover over time, but like you just had,
Brain drain.
yeah, you just got brain drained pretty bad. You had thoughts siphoned.
Primarily, I'm noticing, like, it's a mental thing. I just do body parts. I don't know how brain.
Have you tried percussive maintenance?
So rather than going to steal bits, it's gonna be. Well, it would have been interrogation, but immediately got the vertigo thing.
You just can't look at her. You can talk to her. You just can't look at her.
First of all, whatever you're doing, cease.
Are you here to finish the job?
I'm here to save someone, and I need to ask you if I'm saving 2 people.
Do you know who I am?
No.
I am Count Konastia Zanakostovich.
You recognize one of those names?
Yeah, I've met Xanakostovich's.
Yep.
I'm not aware of you specifically, but I'm aware that I like your house. So, Dr. Gawain Carenthal, at your rescue.
You can see that she has not shut down the spell that she put on you, and you get the feeling she's not going to either. You can tell that, like, she's still very much in fight or flight mode. But she finally stammers out, "We were betrayed. We were betrayed by the Administratum." Renatia, as you round the corner to the Crossroads, you hear your sister say, "We were betrayed by the Administratum." Your sister is not looking good. How do you arrive, Renatia Zanakostovich?
There's no carriage, just a mount. I suppose a drake would make sense since this is
Another Drake?
the Empire. Well, it can't be a horse.
No, horses
True.
aren't real.
No horses. No, yeah, they don't exist.
Gawain saw to that.
Yeah, personally made sure that there would never be horses.
So, Konastia has just told someone you know. Gawain Carenthal is here.
Very easy to spot by sight.
They're holding up Anatel?
At the very least, like, my Drake is on guard over Anatel while I have this conversation.
I'm just gonna assume that Renatia has at some point in passing met and talked to Anatel throughout life.
Oh, the voice of the Sangark? Absolutely, yeah.
Who do you think baptized you in blood?
Aww.
The real Sangark,
Memory.
the actual one.
Correct, but I was also there.
Renatia arrives at the scene, just casually dismounts their drake with practice ease at hearing this. Like, well, that was your first problem, trusting the Administratum.
Your sister turns around to see you. Oh, you're Renatia, you're here. And finally, a wave of relief passes over her. Gawain, the glamour lifts, and you are able to look at Konastia again.
There. Rescue successful.
Congratulations. Does someone want to explain to me what's happening? I hate
I was
asking.
trying to get more information.
It's a boy.
Hearing Anatel say word, immediately at Anatel's side. But also, I'm like, wait, I can't publicly be like, my darling. So, as casually as possible.
Roll to vibe check their relationship?
My darling.
I mean, you can read someone's face if you like Renatia.
Just to be clear, Anatel said out loud, "Oh, my darling." I'm brain drained. I don't have the wherewithal to hide that shit.
Yeah.
You have one brain cell and it's half functioning.
Uh-huh.
Were we gonna do a read, or are we just kind of?
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah. Are we doing the move or not?
Shit, I want to know what everyone's doing here. They can have a chance to explain first, and then I can see how much I believe.
Yeah, that's valid.
You know what, Renatia? Why don't you roll Survey Your Kingdom? Since you're trying to get just sort of a sense of like what the hell is happening.
That is an 8.
On a 7 to 9, ask 2 questions from the list, which I must answer honestly.
What needs my attention?
The voice of the Sangark not being able to speak coherently is probably something that a very powerful Zanakostovich could address.
And what here is not as it seemed.
Canastia has not checked in with you since she arrived at the capital. And you have heard about her cavorting in Bahamut's court. You've heard about her running around the Citadel, plying her political trade. You are her boss. Why has she not kept you updated on her comings and goings? Why have you not heard about anything from the West? Why have you heard about nothing from the Bronze Hollow Valley or any other details? And then what the fuck is she doing getting beaten up on a crossroads? The same crossroads that the voice of the Sangark did. Why is she sticking her face in this business?
That's a good fucking question.
Yeah, Canastia is operating way above her pay grade, and that is very suspect.
Are you all right, sister?
An administratix cursed me. I'll recover.
And what were you doing poking around with Ministratix?
Which one?
Administratix 7th class. Oh my god, I can't say it! You can tell that part of the nature of the curse is that she can't say his name.
And I'm the one character who has not had a meeting with him.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Hey, I heard 7th class. So
Oh, okay.
I just gotta find the 7 classes. All of them.
Well, you've met him. You just have to remember
Yeah,
him.
I'll start with him. If he doesn't give me anything, let's go to every other 7th class.
Gawain, do you tell Renatia which administratix you think it probably was?
I say, I only know one 7th class, but that means nothing.
Which one?
Fucking, what's his name? Terrace Targaryen? I don't fucking...
Terra Sargeras.
One of your hands just pulls a slip of paper out that has the names of people you're trying to meet, and you just have to scan through and figure out which one of these feels like
yeah.
Administratix.
Pull out reading glasses. Terrace Sargeras.
Sound about right?
She nods.
Well, I guess that deal's over.
What deal? How many deals do you have running?
3.
A bunch of hands start counting, and as soon as you say 3, they like quickly drop back down. Like, whoop.
I like how the hands have become the Greek chorus of Bitter Litany.
Yes.
It's quite,
we love
it's
the
very
hands.
funny.
We love the hands. I think as he's doing that, Renatia is essentially addressing Canastia. What is this utter nonsense you've gotten yourself into, and why do I feel I'm the one who's going to have to clean up the mess, while approaching Anatel to see what his deal is?
Bahamut, you round the corner
I
to Renatia. Do you want to be in this scene? Because you were trying to catch up with
Absolutely.
Renatia. And, yeah.
yes.
To Renatia lecturing Canastia Zanakostovich while she goes to attend to the voice of the Sangark.
When Bahamut arrives, there's a gust of cold wind and some mist coalesces, and Bahamut just sort of like materializes and walks out of it. It's a very Dracula. They've been using mist form to cross the distance here.
It's very Bahamut.
Yeah.
She's extremely ostentatious. Quite the mess indeed, perhaps.
Is everyone invited?
It's a party.
Renatia wants to fix Anatel. I don't.
Just cuddle into one of the many hands charging me.
Not mine, I hope.
I don't know that any of us have been invited. Perhaps people poking around where they weren't invited might be how some of this mess rather started. Countess Zanakostovich Brazen, Archduchess in waiting Zanakostovich, and of course, Dr. Kirinthal. It's a pleasure to meet you at this fine evening.
Pleasure is not the word I would use, but you are, after all, always studiously proper.
Yes.
Renatia standing over Anatel, you've seen this before. He got brain drained by an administratics. It happens. They usually, like, when they put an administrator on ice, they usually run them through like this, a body temperature lower, like a whole bunch of other things to just sort of like put them in stasis, and then they freeze them. So this is just one of the steps. A few drops of blood from a powerful vampire will snap him out of it relatively quickly.
Oh, hey, I'm a powerful vampire. I do think that Renatia would simply, like, pull off a glove finger by finger while Bahamut is doing what Bahamut does best. Do a little bite on the tip of their finger and just drink up.
I don't think I immediately let you do that.
Oh, interesting. Renatia, how do you respond to Gawain bristling at this and potentially not letting you?
Just hold up the other hand. If you trust me, this will help. Unless you like him better this way. Or if you don't trust me, just want to help him.
I'm gonna try and read.
Yeah, read a face?
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw it.
9.
Here's what you get to do. You get to pick 3 of the questions, and Renatia answers 1 of them.
I guess. What do you really think of me? What are you attached to? They're the one I actually want to know. Can I trust you to not, I don't know, fuck with Anatel right now and you give him your blood?
For the sake of moving this along, I will answer the "can I trust you" question.
Okay.
When it comes to the restoration of Anatel's like mental functions, yes, I'm not trying to fuck with him. Renatia's not trying to mess with him. Just trying to get a voice of something close to reason back into this conversation. And because he's the one that knows most about what's going on right now.
Okay.
So yeah, you
to
can
be
trust me.
sure.
My blood ain't poisoned yet.
Unintentionally pregnant pause as I like stare at you, trying to gauge what your deal is, and then I let you forward.
Polite little nod, and then continue.
Oh man, Anatel, that Xanakostovich blood touches your tongue, and like it's like
You just mainlined half a dozen energy drinks.
yeah.
Emperor's Grace. We must
Language.
return to the Citadel now. All of us. Now. I can explain on the way.
I will not be returning without my nephew. To answer your question, Dr. Kieran Thal, I have an invitation to be here, or should I say rather an order. So, where's my brother's son?
I can tell you in all honesty, I do not know. But I do know that if I return to the Citadel, they may in fact show up there.
Then I suppose we have several days of travel ahead of us.
Indeed. My lady Xanakostovich's.
my lady's Xana's Kostovich.
Yeah, that's fair. My lady's Xanakostovich. First of all, thank you, Archduke, for your generous donation and the return of my faculties.
Of course.
As we make utmost haste to the Citadel, I look forward to explaining why we must prevent the fall of your and all but one of the other, all but one house within the Empire when we arrive.
To begin with House Dunes, and then pass on to Kieran Thal, and then upwards to Xanakostovich, and all the rest, leaving only my house remaining.
Precisely.
Well, we certainly can't have that.
No, we must make it.
No.
Yeah, Anatel, you can tell that Gawain is the only person here that doesn't know what's going on. How much do you explain as you make your way back to the Citadel?
I say the plan. Based on what everyone has said so far, and the fact that I know, like, I was maybe, depending on what Bahamut said, I might not have, like, said, like, the plan, but based on what Bahamut says, I think Anatel is in like, crisis mode enough to not, like, try and think about it too bad. So I'm gonna just download everyone on what's up,
Okay.
like on the way to the Citadel.
Just to remind you, the plan is the High House wants to systematically eliminate all of the lesser houses until only the High House remains. And it is doing it in a specific order, starting with Dunes, and then Magmalo, then Kirinthal, and going up and up and up.
Before we depart this place, there's a question that I must ask. All us assembled here. Do you wish to rule the world?
Is the Emperor, our undying love, who will, once their work is complete, spread their grace across the world.
Have you personally, in your experience, met the Emperor, Sangak in absentia? Does he speak to you?
That's the beauty of it. They don't need to.
Hold on, I wanna pause here. I'd like to hear if Gawain or Renatia want to answer the question, would you like to rule the world? I'm very interested if your characters would actually respond. I kind of want to know what the response is.
I don't wish to rule the world by face. I simply want to be one pulling the strings.
And you, Doctor? Do you have any desire to rule the world?
I desire to fix the world.
Terrifying.
I think Anatole would hold your hand at that answer and just like squeeze it.
With apologies to the premise presented by the Sangark in absentia, do we know who it is who rules the world, who truly wields the power? Those who are
Obviously,
girls.
Yes.
Do we know who it is who truly rules the world? Have we met those that we believe truly wield power? Do any of us, any of we assembled here in the heights that we have climbed, can we say for certain that the Emperor himself, the singular person who we claim, who we posit and argue is the one who guides each and every one of our steps and from who all good things flow? Have we met him? Have we seen him? Has he touched our lives in any way that we can claim comes truly from him and not through some intermediary? Because you're correct, Anatole. He does not need to speak to us directly, not himself, not in his own voice. What I would present to you today, before we make our grand homecoming in order to recover a child who is precious to all of us, that for as much as the Emperor is the source of everything in our lives, the Emperor does not exist. If he existed once, he disappeared a long time ago. And those who truly rule the world are our fathers, the archdukes, the high adjudicator of the Ordo Principium, the master of the Administratum. We do not receive our orders from the Emperor. We are not directed by him. We have not been hurt by him. Instead, we have been wrecked by the archdukes. And as we look around, as we observe the world around us, I think the truth itself has become evident. The Empire, that which is meant to be undying, is failing. It is fracturing. It is nearing collapse. Because the Emperor, the undying Emperor, is long dead. And those who have taken his place are failing us. Failing all of us. They are failing the Empire. And we are left with nothing but to carry out their petty orders and to pick up the pieces. My brother lies dying. My father tried to imply, perhaps, Lady Renatia, that it was your brazen that poisoned him. And perhaps that is true, or perhaps it is some administratum plot, or perhaps it is some monstrosity cooked up by the good doctor here, but I know this. My brother dies directly by some action taken by some evil creature that I would see destroyed, in part only. In truth, he dies because evil men killed the Emperor a long time ago and have been ruling in his stead. If we can bring them together, if we can find a place to put them, to put the Archdukes close to one another, I can see that when we return home, we return to an empire that has been renewed, that has been invigorated, rejuvenated. And it's hell, since that time that we spoke, when you told me that we must focus on what it is that makes the empire undying, I see this scheme whose linchpin is the blood of my own beloved brother. This desire to subsume every individual part, everything that it is that makes us strong. And that is what is killing us. That is what we are dying for. That is the sickness that lies at the heart of the undying empire. That is what killed the Emperor. They fractured him into many parts, and they would construct him anew, and construct him as a monstrosity. We do not simply need to return. We need to return as conquerors. We need to return as the Church, as House Kirinthal, Zanakostovich, Dunes, Magmalo. When any of these parts fall, and as you told me, Lady Canastia, something that I have now seen to be true. If they succeed in destroying House Dunes, they will succeed in destroying us all. So I ask you again, do you want to rule the world? Because otherwise we'll leave you dead at the crossroads.
My dear Bahamut, you have finally noticed what I've seen for centuries. I regret it took such pain for you to see it.
Your father, he's dead.
Long so.
Then you've had the strength to do what I could not.
It's never too late.
No, it is not.
Kill the patriarchy.
Well, my newfound companions, I happen to be in the possession of a piece of intel that I know for a fact all of these conspirators would be ravenous to be in attendance for.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Might I be frank?
I'm pretty sure you're generally Kieran, or you're generally Gwen, but if you would like to be frank, that's right.
No, I want to be frank.
There's a lot of words being thrown around, and I'm not particularly keen to listen to them all. I don't care. I'm three things. A father to my children. An artist. Life is my canvas. And seeing as you two are up to some scheme that will leave you in a position to aid me in what I want, the third thing is simply wish to be a husband. And that right has been denied me. So if you can grant me that, sure, I will aid you in whatever stupid, childish scheme you've come up with in the last hour.
When we ascend to take our rightful place, when we begin to heal the undying empire, it is not merely that you will get to be a husband, but you will have the opportunity to decide what being a husband means the empire over. And nobody will ever be able to tell you otherwise again.
What do you say, my love?
I mean, yes, but if things fail, if things go south, I don't particularly care if you are a body on a throne or a name on a tombstone. It makes no difference.
Then I believe we should get to the Citadel, but I believe on the way, I think we need to talk about Primsol.
Do we want to end there, or do we want to actually do the Citadel?
I don't know. I was thinking
I
about
kind
it.
of want want to just end
I
there.
don't know.
I kind of like it ending open-ended.
I think that's the button.
It does kind of feel like once we hit the Citadel, that's a different game.
We can leave that as a cliffhanger, bounce back to Primsol for a little bit, and then figure out what happens.
Yeah, I like that. I had some things cooking for when Zad inevitably got everyone
Avengers Assemble.
agree to nuking the Citadel.
Out of
That is what
character,
That is
no, out of character,
We're
I
just
was like,
taking
oh,
out the current heads of the house because they're all useless.
out of character, fully caught that. Gawain doesn't realize that's what's happening at all. Gawain also super doesn't care.
Thank you all very much. That was the Bitter Litany. We had a blast running this for like 4 or 5 sessions. This has definitely been our longest running game. We had a great time. The characters were a lot of fun. I really like how it all came together. Tune in next time where we will be playing Bree. What are we going to be playing next time?
Nowhereville by Nerdburger Games.
And we're going to bring back the guests that we had for Kids on Drakes. We go revisit their childhood home of Primsol. It's going to be awesome. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you for listening to Game Woven.
Both of you to assume they were ever able to leave. The thing about Nowhereville is it's a town that doesn't let you leave.
Ah, heck. Aw, darn.
No, one of them left.
You have been listening to Game Woven, a creative storytelling collective building a world one game at a time. This week we have been playing The Bitter Litany, a Powered by the Apocalypse game of tragic fantasy intrigue by Luke Jordan, which is still in development as we play it, but keep an eye out for it soon. This week our players are the core cast of myself, Brianna Jean, TT Benjamin, Robbie Rowling, Zach Yolan Green, Emily Anderson, and Lex Olden. If you like what we're doing, feel free to leave us a review on your favorite podcasting app, and you can support us over on Patreon at patreon.com/gamewoven, as well as supporting the network we are a part of, which is the One Shot Podcast Network, where we have just some truly amazing shows that we get to be affiliated with. And if you're looking for something to listen to, go check them out.